Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in exciting times right now. Now, I want to read this to you. Like I said, the biometric databases are here. Everything is set. Like, they're getting people conditioned, because all this is headed towards the mark of the beast. Anybody that understands Bible prophecy, so logically, they have to get people connected to their system, to their computer matrix system, which is this biometrics. They're getting everybody sucked into their database by linking a financial transaction to a body part. They're getting people conditioned, getting people used to paying for stuff with body parts, where you're going to use your hand. You'll do a thumb scan or an iris scan or a face scan. They want to scan us. Like, it's just ludicrous. It's crazy. But like I said, all the time, it's always for a good purpose. They always throw it onto the public for a good, it's a good thing. This is the propaganda that they're throwing upon the people. And believe me, their propaganda is working. Now, I want to read this article to you. And I'm going to share it below my description. And I'm going to share another thing. I'm going to share this article in my description. And I'm going to share a video in my description as well, where they're trying to make it all sound like a good thing. So, let's read this. This is what this thing here says, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it says. Listen to this. You won't need, look at that, you won't need a PIN when you pay for everything with your face. So your face will become your new identification card. Because everything, what's that? Where did we hear that before? I wonder where we heard that. Look at that. You won't need a PIN when you pay for everything with your face. What's the Bible say? He causes all, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a what? To receive a mark where? On the right hand or on the forehead. Is your face connected to your forehead? Well, obviously, the question, yes, it is. It's just crazy, man. This is literally insane, people. This is coming down the pipe so fast right now, it's not even funny. So anyways, let's get started. Here it is. Look how they talk. Imagine a world where Imagine a world where your debit card stays in your pocket at all times, and you never have to touch cash. We don't have to touch cash because cash is filthy. It's dirty, right? That's what they're trying to throw upon us. We don't have to touch cash. This is a place where you don't have to remember your wallet. Oh, so convenient. Isn't that nice? I don't have to worry about leaving my house or my car without my wallet. You don't have to remember your wallet or even phone. Wow, because some people can pay already with their phones. When you run down to the corner store, it's a future well off. Look at that. Yeah, right. Who are they trying to pull this off? Listen to that. It's a future well off. Yeah, right. It's a future well off. Explain to me, if it's a future well off, why in the world is it already in the immigration bill that Obama passed? That every American has to hand over their biometrics. Why is Japan going into biometrics? Why is India, 1.2 billion of its citizens, already gone into a biometric ID program? And yet you're trying to tell me that this is a far off? Yeah, right. I'm awake. I am awake. No matter what people say, this is not far off, like they're trying to say. It's a future well off in the distance. No, it's not. People will be stunned if they actually know how close we are to this from happening, okay? This is right before our very eyes. They already have it mandated. They want all Americans, what's called, like this thing that they've been trying to push for years, the Real ID. It's a global ID card, a national biometric identification card. It's mandated, by the way. It's in the immigration bill that Obama passed. 3 people helped them pass it in. They slid in the bill somehow. And Japan's going into it. You guys can check it out. It's called ZukiNet. Imagine, ZukiNet. Everything's biometrically. You have Africa going into it. Nigeria by 2014 or 2015. You have Mexico going into it. Europe, the European Union going into it. There's so many other countries, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, the United Nations is calling for every single person on the planet to have a national biometric ID card. And without it, you will not be able to have government services. You'll not be able to go on an airplane. You'll not be able to open a bank account. Nothing. This is total dictatorship. This is total control, people. Total control is all that it is. So they're trying to say it's a future well off in the distance, to be sure, but dozens of companies are taking the first step to get there. Yeah, of course they are. You probably already knew about payment systems like Google Wallet, which can use NFC technology to let you check out with the swipe of a smartphone. We don't need cash anymore, people. Why don't we just use our phones? Yeah, that's why I don't have a cell phone. Because all that it is a tracking device, people. People are being tracked with their cell phones. Even when your cell phone is turned off, it is a microphone to their ear. They're listening to absolutely everything that that you're doing. Like, that's why they have these smart TVs now, because the government can see you through the TVs and everything. It's just ludicrous of where we are right now. I'll put it that way. It's just ludicrous. Payments, yeah, where were we on the telephone thing? Where is it? Smartphones. There are also services that use GEO, with that fastening to register when you walk into a store, when you walk out. The latest Fed, however, doesn't require any extra documents at all. At least none you be carrying around. You just need your face. You just need your face, because our face is always attached to us, right? Right. Isn't that convenient? You just need your face. It is big, crazy step, but also one we have the tools to start working toward. Yeah. At present, there is a small slew of companies using facial recognition software to handle all kinds of transactions. Isn't that funny? The word transactions always comes up. Doesn't the Bible say you won't be able to buy or sell unless you have a mark where? On the right, on your forehead, or on your right hand. And yet that word transaction is always linked into buying and selling. Let's see where all this is heading, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, it's a step towards the mark of the beast. It's coming to that. Transactions. The work they're doing has the potential to completely change your daily life and share the independence of privacy advisors. But companies like Unicol are mostly counting on the former. This finished startup is on a mission with the started purpose to create the world's fastest payment system, and this week they launched a novel payment system based on facial recognition. Facial recognition. They want to scan our faces, ladies and gentlemen. The employment in the room, of course, is rather stories are willing to make the massive investments in facial recognition unique to use the services, and rather people are willing to let Unicol file. Are you going to allow this to happen to you? Seriously, people, I'm telling you, people, to resist this. Do not submit. Do not submit to the system. This is the Antichrist system. Never, ever, ever take part in this system. Even though it's not on the mark of the beast right now, but step by step, that's where it's headed. Do not even support it. Do not even support this system. So this is what it says. Investments in facial recognition required to use the service, and rather people are willing to let Unicol file their face away in a database. Yeah, right. Not getting near my face. I'm telling you that right now. Face away in a database of customers. These people got to be crazy. People that you don't even know. They want to take your face and put it in their database. They can create whatever they want with it. They can make you look like a criminal. They can create false information, disinformation, and all kinds of stuff, like they've done in the past. The basic frame behind Unicol checkout process is that you should never have to do anything but be yourself when paying for something. No wallet, no iPhone, app just a small or a grip depending on your mood. You just walk up to the register where a camera scans your face and matches it against database. Yeah, exactly. Matches it against the database because you already handed your face to them. This is crazy, people. This is insane. In the background are processing your biometric data to find your account in our, look at that, in our databases. As you are approaching the cashier, the company explains in a press release, this whole transaction will be done in less than 5 seconds. The time it usually takes you to pull out your wallet. The only thing you have to do beyond that is type OK on a screen. You see how they're throwing it on the society, making it all sound like a good thing, but it's not. It's hard to look past the basic, what's that, idea behind Unicall services and not wonder what you gain by paying with your face. On one hand, the pay by face method is fast in entry efforts. Is that efforts? Again, there's no need. Wave your smartphone at anything. But even that benefit is that tremendous. Since when? You're going to need to carry around a debit card or cash for everything. Without a face reading, and 2 is the 5-second transaction. It goes smoothly. Really do much for you over a 15-second swipe and pin publish. And on the other hand, the system would require an upfront investment from matches so that they have the right face scanning requirement in the store and software to support it. Beyond that, the privacy question lies, will people that aren't using the service feel comfortable in front of the face scanner, even if it's not scanning their face? Oh, that it's not free either. Unicall calculates fees based on physical space from CO99 month for tremendous is in 1 to Unicall services possible. You might end up paying for a service that you can only use in a couple of different locations. Remember, paying with your face is only fun when it works. No, it's not. It's not fun, period. I don't care what the system is. It's not fun, period, ladies and gentlemen. And you're gonna be in for a big shock in a minute who this is coming from. This is coming from Facebook. There are other players here, of course. An American company is taking that same facial recognition idea and applying it to ATMs. The benefit here has a much to do with security. Yeah, it's always about security, isn't it? What a bunch of lies. As it does with convenience. So that this time, instead of walking into a shop and getting your face scanned, you walk up to an ATM machine and connect to the network with a QR. QR code. Isn't that, now they have QR codes, and yet people are crazy. People are getting them stamped on them. They're getting them stamped on them, ladies and gentlemen. A QR code on your phone instead of typing in a PIN. You simply step back for a face scan and you're on your way to taking out cash. And this whole machine is to plunge. It doesn't even assist paper receipts. Instead, you get a text. Wow, isn't that convenient? You get a text and it tells you how much money is left in your bank account. Wow, isn't that nice? No, it's not. Okay, but again, plenty of people out there are very turned off by facial recognition software. You need only look as far as Facebook. huge up when it attempts to roll out facial recognition features to make the tagging photos easier, while many users reject that. Germany declared the software to be straight up legal, so that one country that won't be enjoying a pay by face future otherwise. Mencheck and customers alike will have to invest time and urgency to make the switch to payments, regardless of whether it's by facial recognition, NFC, or otherwise. Okay, otherwise, there is another way through plane of human might be the best facial recognition tech out there. Square is for lunging the way with its ego facial features. Think of it, facial recognition, the new Square wallet software profile with a stone point of scale software, so that cashiers know who you are when you walk in based on you guess it, your face, the GPS, and why if chips in your phone help, and because the system registers your presence as soon as you walk into the store. It's possible to tailor a complete personal shopping experience based on that individual customer's preference. This is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. But look at this. This just gets on and on and on. It gets more worse as time goes on. That sounds like a great compress, huh? You get the convenience of facial recognition without the fear, including privacy invading. Yeah, right. Don't believe these people. Don't believe these people. They are lying in your face. Okay? Invading trouble. A facial recognition software that sounds all well and good until you realize that it's also creepy to walk into a random store and be greeted by your name. Oh well. Look at that. Oh well. Though the future bound to. Look at that. Listen to it. Oh well. Oh well, though the future bound to be uncomfortable at the point or another. Just remember, it's only going to get here when it is convenient for the stores, as it is for you. What a bunch of bull, man. These people are lying in your face. It's only going to come when you want. No. That's a bunch of that's lies, ladies and gentlemen. Just listen to it. Listen to what they're saying. It's only going to get here when it's convenient for the stores, as it is for you. Well, let me tell you something. It's never going to be convenient for me, because this is total control. That's all that is about. This is total control, people. You must not submit to this. Biometrics is coming down the line. 3 measurements of the body. They're going to do your hand, your eyes, and your face, sucking you into the database, into the matrix system, and say, oh, it's only going to come when you want it. Yeah, right, we don't want any of this. And they even said in their own documents that the governments of the world are going to enforce biometrics upon its people. What's the purpose for it? Control, scanning, linking, tracing, and surveilling. These people are lying in your face. They always lie. They're liars. This is their power grid. This is their power grid, people, to suck everybody into the system. That's all that it is. It's about total control. Biometrics is about control, people. That's all that is about, is control. Once they have you in the database, they have you. You are a forever marked man. You are a forever marked woman. And yet they're saying it's only going to come when you want it to. No, it's not. You see how everything's headed in that direction right now as we speak, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming down the line very, very fast. It's biometrics. Linking people into a system to make it possible for them to do a financial transaction with a body part. And where did we hear that before? 2,000 years ago we heard that in the book of Revelation. And it's exactly where this is all headed. This is all headed. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what's happening. Like right now, if you go to Walt Disney World, you need to wear an RFID bracelet. Even if you go to SeaWorld, you need to do a biometric scan. Now, I just found this out tonight. This is pretty sick, man. This is pretty sick of all places to happen. I was talking to somebody that I know, and she told me in her church, imagine, in her church that she goes to, they're going to be implementing upon the children. What are they going to do to the children? They're going to have an RFID bracelet for the children. For what? For going to Sunday school. Because if the children wander off and get lost, we will be able to identify them. We'll be able to track them. What the heck is this, man? Treating people like cattle? Seriously. They are treating people like cattle. This is the future, man. This is what's happening, people. This is what's happening right now. They said RFID is the future. They're promoting it in the television shows and everything. Anyways, I want you guys to listen to this video. Watch how they make it sound all nice. Nothing but nice. But this is their power grid, is to go for control. Controlling over its people. This is what's coming down the line, people, is biometric. And my prayer for you is that when this comes, not if, but when, because it is coming, it is unstoppable, that you must resist it. Do not submit to a biometric scanner. Do not. Because even the Department of Homeland Security is saying, watch out for people that just use cash. They need to be watched on the most. They said, oh, you might be a terrorist if you're just using cash. And that's what they're trying to say. We need to go to a new system. Now why? Money is the reason for most murders, killing. So we need to eliminate cash because of prostitution, taxi invasions, bank robberies, and all this other stuff. And they're also saying that money is filthy lucre. Money is filthy. It is dirty. It carries viruses on it. And plus, so many people's monies are frauded. Like for an example, like my mom, right here in Canada where I live, somebody from Germany took money out of her account, and they took out lots of money. So think about that. They took her money out of her own account while they were in Germany. We have so many credit card frauds. We have money frauds. We have so many. We don't know what is what anymore. Why? Why is that? Because a fraud, a counterfeit, looks the exact same. These people know how to do it. They make the exact same thing look the exact same, as if it was a... And anybody can come off the street and give a fake social security number. Anybody. They're going to use all of these things to bring in a cashless society. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, people. This is what they're going to use. They're going to use a crisis, so they manage the outcome, and they offer the solution. And plus, so many people can make fake IDs. So many people can make fake IDs. How do you like that? Someone stealing your money? So what are we going to do? Everybody, we came up with a secured system for all. Everybody must hand over their biometrics. Yeah, what they've been at since the very beginning of time. You're going to have to thumb scan to travel. It's in the Pentagon documents, ladies and gentlemen. This is in the Pentagon documents. They planned it all. A secured system. We're going to lock everybody up in our database. We have total control. We can dictate how they can live and so on. And look at this. The government has taken over the healthcare system. Imagine, why in the world has the government taken over the healthcare? Because they're going for total control. This all ties in to Agenda 21, where they can dictate what type of food you can eat. They can dictate if you're feeding your children the right food. And if you're not, they can come to your house and take your children from you in the middle of the night. And it just goes on and on and on. This is total totalitarian system. Total control over its people. And plus, people that work under the table. They're going to use all of this stuff, ladies and gentlemen, to bring in a cashless society. To make it all sound nothing but good. We come up with a new system to protect you from identity theft. And by the way, identity theft is worldwide. So we are not the only country going into this. This is actually going globally. So why don't we just all join on board and become a global citizen? That's exactly what they want. And I am not submitting to this, because this is the Antichrist system. This is the Antichrist system, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to share this before I let you guys listen to this video. Somebody that I know, he's an evangelist. He was preaching like how the Bible teaches us that in the last days there's coming a cashless society. He's like, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? You can say that we are already living in a cashless society. They just never got rid of all the cash yet. But think about it. Think about it. Most people just use credit cards, debit cards, MasterCards, Visa cards, you name it. Very few people just use cash. Like we saw, some people can use cell phones and stuff like that. But anyways, this evangelist that I know was at a church preaching how the Bible tells us that in the last days there's coming a cashless society. And after he was done talking, the guy wouldn't mention the name of the company that he works for, but some guy approached him and told him that he worked for a credit card company, but he wouldn't mention the name of it. He said, I want you to know that everything that you spoke of tonight is actually true. Well, obviously it's true. He's preaching the Word of God. But this is what the guy was trying to say. He's like, everything that you said is actually part of our agenda. It would make our work more easier. It'd be more convenient for us that we get rid of cash. It'd make our business more easier and more faster and more convenient. And yeah, that's exactly where we are headed, ladies and gentlemen, towards a cashless society that the Bible prophesied over 2,000 years ago. Imagine John on the island of Patmos. Imagine. There was just wood and hay, and people were still fighting with spears and knives. It was inconceivable to think about all this. How in the world can one guy control all buying and selling? And yet that's exactly what we have in the Bible, that no one will be able to buy or sell. That was impossible until we reach the age of computers. Everything today is done under computer. We are living in a computerized age. Everything's going digits. That's why there's a push on the globe right now for every nation to have its citizens numbered with national biometric ID cards. And then it's going to go from the card into the person. That's why they're going step by step. Next, like with these RFID bracelets, RFID and all this other stuff, it's going to go in. It's already in some people. They're stupid. They're literally stupid. They went and they put RFID chips in Alzheimer's. These people that are not even in the right state of mind. And yet they're taking advantage of these people, putting RFID chips in them. Oh, if they wander off, we'll be able to track them. No. Well, you can come up with something else. You don't have to be tracking them like that. Seriously. You're making it all sound good. They're controlling the media, people. They have it on Law and Order. About this little girl in the house. She wrote a letter saying that they put something inside of her. So the detectives, they went to the house, and one of the guy detectives was, because the owner of the house was showing them the house that they were living in. So the woman, the other detective, was staying with the little girl, and she said, tell me, what did you write? Because in your letter you said they put something inside of you. Tell us, or else we're going to take you away. So they said they put a chip in me. I have a computer chip in me, in my shoulder. She says, no, they probably just said that just to make you talk. She's like, no, I have a computer chip in me. She's like, no, don't worry, you don't have anything. She's like, yes, I do. So she rolled up her sleeve. She's like, you see? She said, oh, it looks like you got a shot. And then after the detective was touching her, she's like, what is that? What is that I feel? I told you, I got a computer chip in me. So after they went to, what's it called? They went to a place, and they said, why in the world would somebody put a chip in someone? The guy's like, well, it's to save their lives. You see how they're promoting it to make it sound like a good thing all the time? And then afterwards, you're saying, how much can hold on this computer chip? Like, so much information can fit on this little tiny computer chip. all your history, everything about you. Like they were saying, you don't need a wallet, you don't need anything anymore. Why would you need a wallet or cards or cash when you can just have it underneath the skin? Isn't that convenient? Underneath the skin. You won't have to worry, like if you're in a rush, like some people leave the house in a rush, they forget their wallet or whatever. You won't have to worry about that because it's already in you. It's attached to you. It's part of you. It's in the skin or on the skin, because now they have tattoos that they can put on people as well to do a financial transaction. So anyways, the guy asked them, like, this is for the future and all this other stuff. And then the old guy there with the glasses, like, well, welcome to the New World Order. Right on the television. Okay? And then afterwards, they went back to the house. Like, did you want to take the chip? Because like, we didn't force you to take it. She's like, well, but even if I did, they said, we're not punishing you, dear. We care about you. We care about you that we went so far to get you injected with an RFID chip. Now, why is that? Well, if that little girl goes missing, we'll be able to identify them by what? Satellite. We'll be able to find them exactly where they are. So, making it all sound like a great thing, man, but it's not. This is not a good thing. This is coming into the Department of Homeland Security. The biometrics, it's all connected in. It's going to be connected in. Everybody's going to be sucked into the database, into their matrix system. And there was another one on Law and Order where they found this body, and they found a Verichip in the body. So why in the world would someone put a chip in the body? They said, well, the person that did this had to have done it while the person was unconscious. So they found out that that was that person's wife. So then why in the world did you put a chip in your wife? It's like, oh, she was cheating on me. And by the way, within 15 years from now, everybody will have a chip in them. This is the way of the future. That's what they said. And now on the new show, The Blacklist, they're showing chips in the people underneath the neck there. And even on the cartoons, man, Futurama. Like, you gotta do what you gotta do. Sit down while I implant your career chip, man. This is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. It's right in front of our eyes. The propaganda is working. The propaganda is working, people. This is exactly what they're doing. Throwing it on the society. The FDA, look at that, right after 9/11. The FDA approves a human implantable microchip. And then you have the Verichip Corporation. And you have Digital Angel preparing the microchips by the thousands. This thing here with biometrics is just a stepping stone, man. It's just a stepping stone towards the mark of the beast. You guys can go watch my video on that as well. Biometrics is a stepping stone towards the mark of the beast. They're getting the people in. It just freaks me out that how people are willingly receiving a chip. Even like the Baja Club, certain clubs in Europe and even in America, I think. I'm not sure if it was in Florida, where they walk into a bar and they scan their shoulder because they already have a chip in them and they know exactly what type of drink to give them just by scanning them. And the guy there, he said, this is the way of the future. This will be a new form of surveillance. And listen to this before I go, okay? Like back in 1970 something, yeah, about electronics. No current, like just by a mark. Like some people, I won't feel comfortable having a tattoo implanted on my forehead, like a mark or whatever. Well, how about if they can do that laserly, invisible ink, where only they can scan it? Like all this stuff, They thought of everything, people. They literally thought of everything. But I want to get into this before I share this video. Well, I'm going to let you guys listen to the video, and then I'll share it below my description, and I'm going to share this article below my description. Just think about it. If people have chips in them, and how many of us are concerned for our loved ones? If our loved ones are traveling on an airplane, and for some reason that plane crashes, won't we want to identify our loved ones' bodies? But yet, if they have a microchip in them, we will be able to identify them. It sounds like a plan, doesn't it? This is what they're talking about. Like, there was this other guy, a police officer, that was on a high-speed chase. His motor got overheated, he crashed, and they found out that he was diabetic. He had a chip in him, so he was trying to say, because he was being interviewed, oh, it's all because of the chip. If it wasn't for the chip, I'd probably be in a coma today. I would be in a coma. So it's all because of this chip. See where we're headed, people? This is exactly where we're headed. But I want to get into this right now. Aaron Russo was interviewed by Alex Jones. Aaron Russo, he had his own nightclubs, and he made some movies as well. So one day, one of the Rockefellers said he wanted to meet him. So like, do you want to meet one of the Rockefellers? He's like, sure, I'd love to meet them. So he got into a relationship. I think it was with Nelson or Nicholas Rockefeller. It was one of those. So he got to meet him. So they started talking, and he said, you know what? I think this was 11 months or 10 months or so before 9/11, but I know it was before 9/11. He told them that there's coming an event to Manhattan, and after that event, you're going to see soldiers looking for people in caves. Like, he was laughing about it, you know, looking for people in caves, and then they're going to invade Afghanistan, and they're going to do this and do this and do that. So he asked him, how are you going to convince the people that this is real? He's like, the media. You keep repeating the same story over and over again, and the people believe it. So I said, like, you know, he didn't care. The guy did not care about the people. It's like, he was cold. He didn't care. He didn't care at all. He's like, what do you care about these people? You live your life. You support your family. Who cares about these people, man? See, he just didn't care. So Aaron Russo asked one of the Rockefellers, what's your ultimate goal in all this? He's like, well, our ultimate goal is that every single person on the planet implanted with an RFID chip, that there's money on those chips, and if they go against us, we shut off the chip. Where did we hear that before? You won't be able to buy or sell. They have the power to totally cut you off from the system that we've never been able to do ever before. If they don't like you for some reason, they can shut off your chip. Total control, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, the taxes too, because even the United Nations is calling for a global tax for every person on the planet to pay taxes to the United Nations. So they just have to take that out automatically without you even knowing about it. You will have to pay tax, even if you don't want to. They're going to take it from you. You owe them this amount of money. They're automatically going to take it from your account, which is in the chip, out of your bank account. And there's nothing you can do about it, because they're going to have a military dictatorship as well. The military will be working for this world government around the whole world. Military that they've been training for years. Anyways, this is where we're headed. But for us that are in Jesus Christ, we don't have to worry about this, because this is all going to happen during the tribulation period. For all these things that we're seeing happening, it should make us excited that Jesus Christ is coming very, very soon. This should get us motivated to keep witnessing, to keep telling people, and this tells us that our time is short on the earth. It's just amazing. Knowing what my Bible tells me and seeing the changing world around me, it's just mind-blowing to see the stuff taking place right before my eyes. I've never thought that I'd be seeing this stuff that I'm seeing right now. But anyways, I want you guys to listen to this video. Just listen to it. And then I'm going to share it below my description, and I'm going to share this article as well, and this video. So here it is. Listen to this video. Watch how they try to make it all sound good. This is the propaganda. They're getting into people's minds. Now listen to this. Here it is.
Imagine coming to a store, and your wallet is already there. You pick up your things, approach to the checkout, give a meaningful nod, and that's it. Imagine you're late to your plane. There is a huge queue, but you instantly check in while running to the border control. Imagine you drive to the petrol station. You casually fuel your tank, and your payment is done simultaneously. You just had to click OK. Imagine the shop where all those magic things came to life. People coming with friends just to show it off. Well, this is not a fiction anymore. They all got a Unical account. And now, wherever they go, I recognize them. Processing takes under a second. They sign in as soon as I see them. All they had to do was click OK. Hi, I'm your new friend, Unical.
I'm your new friend, Antichrist. But anyways, that's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. People do not understand of what is taking place today, because my heart is literally broken that Bible prophecy is declining in the churches today, and they're keeping silent while all the stuff is getting ready to wrap up, to take place. The churches are being silent, and so many people are being deceived by the system. But I am not going to keep quiet. God has called me to be a watchman, and I'm going to keep sounding the alarm until God comes back, or until Jesus Christ calls me home. And I know that Jesus Christ is coming back very, very soon. So before I leave, I want you guys to know that the biometric databases are here. I wish I was wrong about this, I really do, but it's here. Don't take my word for it. Do your own research and see if these things are so. And that's all I wanted to tell you guys. Make these videos go viral. People need to know about what's taking place. And my prayer for you is that you will not submit to this biometric system, because it's all about power and control. They want control over your life. They want control over everything about you. And you must not submit to this. This is all I got to say, and I'm signing off, and God bless you all.